So we're well beyond the days of kids fighting over who gets to read the comic section in the Sunday newspaper first. Traditions have changed, and so have the stories and the artists behind them. Boston's Comic in Color Festival is celebrating stories by and about people of color. Kagan Luce is an artist and the co-founder and director of the festival. He's joining us from Providence. And Barbara Brandon Croft is a nationally syndicated cartoonist. She joins us from Queens. Thank you both for joining us. Barbara, I want to start with you. You're a trailblazer in the comic book world. How did you get your start?
I came by it easily because my dad was a cartoonist. So my dad was one of the pioneering black cartoonists. He had a comic strip called Luther in the newspapers across the country. And it started in the 60s and throughout the 80s. So I kind of come by it naturally.
Talk a bit more, if you would, about what inspired you to create your series, Where I'm Coming From. What's it about?
Oh, the Where I'm Coming From is my cartoon feature, and it's all black women talking, talking real stuff. And I was syndicated from 1991 to 2005, but I have since been doing my own without a syndicate, just so I can put it up online and make myself feel good and proud. But it's about black women talking and about, just saying what's on their minds. And it had some resistance, but that's what my whole thing is.
And I'm sure the conversation is always interesting. Kagan, you have a very wide representation of artists in this year's festival, including Boston's own Carrie Randolph. Explain the mission of this festival.
Our mission is to uplift and promote artists of color telling their stories, to give the experience of going to a comic festival for people of color to the community. We try to remove all of the barriers so everybody can come and enjoy great comic storytelling.
When you started this festival a couple of years ago, did you think it was going to expand and grow in this way, Kagan?
No, I had no idea. I just wanted to create, a great event for my community to come out and experience comics the way that I do, and it's really come a long way in the last 5 years.
Yeah, Barbara, you've advocated for diversity in comics for decades. Tell us about how you push for change and what you wrote to newspaper publishers.
So yeah, when I became on the scene, which was I started in 1989 actually, and there were no black women drawing black characters in the mainstream press. So I'm kind of like the Jackie Robinson. I kind of broke that barrier. There was a black woman cartoonist in the black press, 30 years before me, maybe 60 years before me, called Jackie Orms. But I was the one who came across. I just put I put newspapers and syndicates on blast. I was like, there have been cartoons in the newspapers forever, and you guys have only had a few black cartoonists, and they've never been women. What's the deal? So that's how I kind of got started, to let them know we need to have our voice heard.
So, Barbara, what's special for you about this Comics in Color festival? Why are you taking part?
I am so delighted to be invited back to Comics in Art. I mean, Comics in Color. I am so delighted to be back. It is a place where the whole community comes in. We have people of all ages and a lot of exposure to comics that maybe some young people had never seen. I don't think I would have been a cartoonist had I not seen my dad be a cartoonist. So there's something about representation that is so necessary. So I am so happy to be back there this year to just represent.
And as the saying goes, representation matters. Kagan, I heard a story about an inspiring young comic creator whose work caught your attention at one of the first festivals. Tell us about how you met Niall Hennick, and tell us about his work now.
Niall Hennick, his first comic festival was our first comic festival in 2021. He came and had a copy of a homemade comic that he had put together with his dad and was giving it out to people. And from there, I was just so amazed by how talented this kid was even then. I think he was maybe 8 or 9 at the time. And since then, he's been at every single Comics and Color Festival. He's grown, his storytelling has grown, his artwork has grown, and he's been at so many different festivals now. And I'm so glad to be part of his beginning.
Kagan, I'm sure there are a lot of other success stories that have come out of the Comics and Color Festival. Do you want to talk about any of those others?
Oh, absolutely. It's been great watching, folks from Boston grow and get bigger. As I travel around to cons around the country, I run into folks that got their start at Comics and Color Festival. There's many young folks that are coming up. We even have a comics camp we're running at the Nubian Square Library, and the kids from the comics camp get to table and sell their comics at Comics and Color Festival. So, promoting young artists and making new comic artists of color is a deep part of our mission.
Kagan, in addition to the speakers, what else are people going to see and experience at the festival?
Oh, we have so many amazing things. We have animation screening and talk back with Roxbury International Film Festival. Mass Art, Spark is coming to do a mask making workshop. We've got a zine making workshop with Phoebe Sinclair, a local artist. And we've got a ton of great panels. We've got an opening panel on Friday night, Frontiers of Imagination, moderated by Joel Christian Gill with all of our special guests. And we've got a ton of great programming on Saturday as well.
There's a lot going on at the Comics in Color Festival. Kagan Luce and Barbara Brandon Croft, thank you both for joining us. And be sure to check out Boston Comics in Color Festival at Roxbury Community College and the Reggie Lewis Track and Athletic Center. It's happening on April 25th and 26th. And Get Connected, the networking organization for professionals of color, is celebrating 17 years with a celebration of trailblazing women. And this year, I am one of the proud honorees, part of a distinguished group of legends, leaders, pioneers, and allies. That's on April 8th at One Financial Center in Boston.